Hello and welcome or welcome back. Today we're just going to be playing some more Killing Floor 2 and just talking about stuff. So yeah, I'll stop rambling and we'll get right into it. Ooh yeah. Thank y'all for chilling by the way. As always. Ooh, this game does feel kinda odd in comparison to 3 after playing 3 for a while. I don't know, I've always enjoyed this one more, obviously. I mean, what? KF3 hasn't been out that long. I didn't think it was really ever going to replace this, to tell the truth. KF1 and 2 are just goated when it comes down to the genre. But anyway, I watched a kind of an odd movie the other night. Someone in the Discord suggested it a while back. I tried playing, if you like the Deep Rock, sorry. I tried doing Deep Rock. It didn't give me a mission that I wanted. And I just didn't want to keep doing the same ones. It was just one of those times where you just keep getting these weird ones, and I didn't want to wait all day. And then KF3 didn't work. Yeah, so, yeah, there's, what is it, online services are down or some shit. I don't know, but that game, it's just kind of digging itself this very, very, very deep hole. It's even mostly negative on Steam now, at least with the recent reviews. But anyway, this goofy horror, I think it's it's a dark comedy with like sci-fi horror. I don't know, it's kind of odd, but anyway, it's on Amazon if you want to check it out. It's called Chompy and the Girls. Um, the way it started is somebody in the Discord, Ed in the Discord, thanks again, Ed. He suggested this after my Stay Alive video or something like that. And like he's sitting there, there was a clip or something like that in the, I think it was a clip in the Discord he dropped of him just walk up, this guy with a big old mouth walking up to a little girl in a park, like in a, like not like a park, but like a walking park, you know, like a field. And like he just like eats her, kind of like swallows her. It's just the goofiest shit. But like I was like, okay, I got to give that one a shot. So I found it. I didn't think it would be on Amazon. I didn't think Amazon of all services would have it. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, it starts off with this chick in her mid-20s. She's the main character pretty much. She well, I hate YouTube. It starts with her like trying to, you know, end everything, end it, you know what I mean? And it's a dark comedy, so it's got a like humor in that, you know what I mean? So like the way that scene ends is, well, the fan that she tied the rope to broke. Let's just say that, right? All right, and it just became useless. But then anyway, like she then reaches out. I think she's like at the end, no pun intended, but she's like at the end of her rope kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like you find out, like she's an addict. You find out like she's addicted to heroin and everything like that. But she reaches out to her father that he didn't even know she existed. Like her mom and him hooked up in college and split up, and the mom never said anything to him, but she knew all about him. The daughter knows all about her father. So that's, you know, and, you know, for being, you know, I had to think this way, though, because I've known people like her. The fact that she didn't, I thought I saw something. That's Tweaky. Okay, never mind. The fact that she, like, had that much self-control as an addict to never reach out to him, you know? I mean, she's like 24, 25 years old. I don't know how long. I don't think they ever say how long she was an addict for. But, what the fuck? Oh my God. But, you know, she's in her mid-20s. Chances are it's been a few years, you know what I mean? I grew up with people like that. Some of them are still around, some of them aren't. So she reaches out to him, she texts him, and it's like kind of I don't know, he's like he gets home from work and he's talking to his wife, which isn't the same person, obviously, as her mother. It's some lady, and it's showing their kind of relationship first, and they're kind of disconnected. Right? They're like, I don't know, it's weird. Like you could tell that the relationship it doesn't work, and that kind of plays a part in the movie, I guess. But So he leaves because he gets home from work. He's like, I gotta go get back to work. Something they contacted him. They need his help for something. Yada 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 yada. When in reality he's going to meet up with his alleged daughter. Well, they go to this park, and she's just saying that she just wanted to meet him. And I think, like I said, she's just like at the end of her rope, and she's not like telling him, hey, if you don't talk to me or this or that, I'm gonna end my life. I don't think she ever says it that way, but that's kind of what it is. You know what I mean? Like she just needs help, and but anyway, like he's just like, he's not really being a dick about anything, right? He's just he just doesn't know, right? He has to process stuff and all this, and as he was getting ready to leave, they look over, and you see this little girl in like a pink poofy jacket walking around in the background. Like she walks past, and then you just see this guy start walking towards her. Oh yeah. Start walking towards her and his mouth starts opening really wide, right? And the CGI, the special effects on that actually are pretty good, surprisingly enough. He just walks up to her and just, like puts his mouth over her, and then you just see he lifts her up, and the whole feet going into the emptying down the throat type thing. I don't know. It's humorous as fuck. But anyway, like after that happens, after he scoops her up, he looks over and notices that he's being watched. Well, he makes a beeline. He closes his mouth, right? He doesn't always have the big goofy mouth, but it works. But he's just making a beeline towards him. He's just a seemingly like average looking fucking guy too, which is hilarious. I love it. But why the hell are you there? Oh, hey. Wait. How come it's not working that way? Oh no, I need my alt. Oh fuck, I keep getting sidetracked. Oh, okay. These asshole Zeds are fucking with me. But anyway, yeah, like so it's just funny how he's just walking towards him. But anyway, like they get away. And now they're freaking out, or at least she's more freaking out than he is, right? But because they just watched a little girl get abducted, pretty much. Is pretty much what they think they just saw. And what ends up happening is they go home, or they go to their respective homes, you know what I mean? And then like she ends up freaking out. Oh wait, no, okay, that's what it is. Chompy, which is like a name that she gives him, followed her home. That's what it is. He tracks her, I think, somehow. I don't know. I think he just knows, right? Like I said, sci-fi kind of shit, But yeah. So he gets to her house, and like he just opens the door, right, or her apartment rather, and then he just walks in, and she gets around him, and eventually gets to her dad's house, which I guess she knew where he lived. I mean, she knew where he lived, I guess. I don't know. I thought about it afterwards. I was like, she never said she knew. Never mind. It doesn't matter. But, oh yeah, it's just you. So she goes over to her dad's place, right? And, gets him up, and it causes a fight with the wife because she doesn't know about the daughter and yada yada. But then, I don't know, she ends up being cool with it. I don't know. It's odd. The whole situation is just fucked. So the daughter ends up convincing the dad to leave because she's just like, well, Chompy hasn't seen your wife yet. We can keep her safe because they don't know what's going on yet, right? So that's what I like about this movie. Nothing is really as it seems at first. I like it. But anyway, yeah. They end up leaving to go to one of her friends' places, who's like he's into like the paranormal, like he's that character, right? He's the one that just knows everything about, he could do the magic. She says magic circle a million times. I love the humor too. I'm not saying this movie's a great movie. I mean, I'm not even really saying it's that good. It just depends on your taste, I guess. If you like dark comedy, goofy horror type whatevers, then I'd give it a shot. It's not that long, but yeah, this guy, he's pretty funny. He's also like a druggie, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he's her dealer, but I can't remember if that's the case. But, yeah, so I think that guy's having a Oh yeah, they're having like a. It's called a what is it? Chapel party. You know, it's something that can't get shut down by the cops because it's technically a religious event or something like that. I don't know. It's just a bunch of kids fucking doing drugs and drinking at a chapel or something, or like at a place that they say is a chapel. It's just got a couple crosses hanging up. I'm not too sure. But I only watched this movie once, just like a lot of movies. I know there's a lot of YouTubers that will watch the movies several times. I'm not. I mean, I'll probably watch it again and talk about it again. But this is just my initial, whatever walkthrough. The first time I ever watched it. Such a goofy movie. What the hell are you doing? Here, hold that. Yeah, boy. I guess I'm just gonna start kind of skipping some of the stupid shit that doesn't really matter so much. There's a lot of like middle kind of crap in this. It does get drawn out a bit. Not as bad as another movie I watched that I'm probably going to talk about, but um so long story short, the guy the expert guy ends up getting roofied because he's saving a girl at that party from getting roofied. So then he's kind of down and out before he has a chance to really do anything. But before, he says something about an interdimensional, like, parasite or something like that. That, you know, that doesn't seem like it makes sense right now. It's just like, is that what Chompy is? Well, after that guy passes out, right? I think that, okay, what it is they find that same little girl on the street, and they get her in, and she's acting all weird, right? Like she's acting like she's trying to make up, like, you know, she's just not right, you know. Well, like they take her back, you know, thinking that they're keeping her safe, right? But she, in reality, is damn it, I'm hitting shift to dodge. She she's kind of like the bad guy. She's actually like possessed, or like not possessed, inhabited or whatever by that interdimensional parasite. That what ends up happening is like they want to reproduce. So it ends up being that little girl, just a bunch of that whoever's the host, it pretty much like clones them, you know. So like it's kind of comical at some points. A bunch of little blonde girls with pink coats running around, and it's like scary, you know. And it ends up, guess what? There's the plot twist, man. I don't know. Should I save that for the beginning of the next round? I think I'll save that for the beginning of the next round. Well, well, get yourself ready for this one, children. Chompy is the good guy. Who would have thought? The guy that's a perceived. When you just see the trailer or a clip, you're just like, this is about like a PDF file. You know, this is about like a really bad kind of entity, right? Well, he ends up being like, what is it? Oh, it's. I think I remember what they called it. I think they call him a mouth angel. And no, get your mind out of the gutter. All right, mouth angel. That's what I would call. That's what I called my ex-girlfriend back in high school. But anyway, um, yeah, so he's the good guy, and what it is like he convinces the daughter and the dad to go into his mouth so he can speak to them, and that's the only way he can speak. It takes him to like another dimension, or like, you know, another world, whatever, another universe. Oh yeah, I could just fucking spam it. But oh god, the recoil. But so they find out that they learn what the girl is. She's a parasite and yada yada. He's just like, well, if I swallow, he's like, I can swallow. He's like, I'm not gonna kill them. He's like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like cleanse them. You know, he swallows them and cleanses them, and like at times it reminds me of like a Neil Breen movie, just with way better acting and actually just way better, but in general. But I don't know. Ooh. So they end up having an understanding. They get out. They crawl out of Chompy, which sounds really weird. But he gets them. He lets them go, right? Because he's not the bad guy, right? So he ends up starting to walk away. And at this time, the guy's wife is trying to get to them, right? Like, so she's not paying attention. It's like 3 in the morning or whatever. It's late, you know. She runs over Chompy and fucking kills him. So it adds like a whole new. It's just like, oh, okay, he's gonna end up saving the world. Nope, Because the bitch, well, I mean, she's not really, it's not really her fault. They make you not like her in the very beginning. But then at the end of it, you understand. She's just an overworked person that's not really 100% happy with her life. Yeah, so the dude's wife runs over Chompy. You think that he's, like, maybe just knocked out, but he's not. I'm pretty sure he's just, like, dead. But his mouth is still open. And that, like, whatever universe or whatever, is still there. So, what they end up doing is the plan is, and I kind of thought of this at first. I'm sure if you, like, I don't know, if you were to watch it, you'd probably draw that same conclusion. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Oh, come on. What the fuck? Is like let's just gather them up and then put them in his mouth because the wormhole's open. And they say what the guy that knows about the paranormal or whatever, he suggests that, which is kind of funny. I don't know. That he's funny. He's more or less just the character to be there for comical purposes. Like he does have some, like he does have information, but it's like information that it's just that goofy character. You don't know, I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, boop. Let's see, where the hell was I? Okay, so the girl, okay, one thing I forgot to say is like when they found out the little girl was a parasite, right? You see when they were at the they were hiding after they grabbed her. I can't believe I forgot to say this. After they grabbed her and brought her in the house, right? The dad and the little girl are like alone together, which sounds really weird, but it's not what it sounds like. She ends up getting the upper hand on the older guy, and she starts turning him into her. So what he's got little feet. He's got little kid feet. So he's all like fucked up, like in that way, like he's all off balance and shit, and it's just kind of a funny thing. I can't believe I forgot to say that. I was like, I had it in my head as I was talking about that, and then I moved past it. But it don't matter. This is a Lurkin Nomad video. It doesn't need to make sense. But okay. They end up getting overwhelmed by a bunch of those, by a bunch of those parasites, the little girls. And as that's happening, the wife and the dad and the wife are like getting overwhelmed, and so the girl, the daughter ends up trying to gather up all the little girls and throwing them into the mouth, right? So she gets like one in, and then another one gets behind her and jumps on her back, and they fall into the portal together. Well, what ends up happening there is like she starts talking to the little girl, like, what is this? Like, the girl was possessed, pretty much. She was just an innocent girl, and she knows that, like, she doesn't want any of that to happen, but like that interdimensional like parasite is controlling her. Well, what the main girl ends up doing, because she's like that misunderstood addict, like, I don't know, and she's also very bangable. I could fix her, I know I could, but anyway, she ends up taking the curse, and I can't remember. I can't remember who starts. Oh no, that's what. Okay, she takes the curse and like she uses her inner strength, right? I call it a curse. And she takes the parasite or whatever, and she uses like her inner strength to gather up all of the parasite things, which are now looking like her, and they jump into his mouth. And as they jump into the mouth, they all get like purified in like a scene that reminded me of something out of a Neil Breen movie, like when I saw it. Of these people getting brought in as her, and then they're getting cleansed and then shot back out. Like, so they go back to normal, essentially. Like, so the little girl is fine, and she ends up getting her family back because, obviously, she got cursed, and the first people that she took, I think, were her family. She said that she took them, so I'm assuming that was the first ones, So, obviously, that sucks. Oh, I'm out of ammo, that's why. And I should probably heal. And I got that. Oh yeah, you know what? The sirens don't block bullets in this game. They just block that. Oh, come on, man. I do have a mostly upgraded pistol because I have nothing else to spend my money on. Okay, that's not worth it, but I thought it's just fun. Oh, I almost had him with just the pistol. Yeah, so like in the very end, I remember she ends up shaking it. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I just watched it once, and I watched it last night after was watching a whole bunch of shit that I'm probably going to talk about on the channel here. But yeah, no, that's a good movie. I call it like a good 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, depending on like your taste. It's not like a great movie, but it's not like the biggest piece of shit. I thought it was gonna be awful, to be completely honest. Like that one clip just looks so corny. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a shitty horror movie. But it was like, if it didn't have the humor, it would have been terrible. I mean, I could watch it again and end up liking it more or disliking it, more. So I don't know. Yay for Patriarch. We need him back in 3. It feels weird. It's not Killing Floor without characters like him. Oh, haha. Yay for Reload Canceler. Oh no, he's melting me. Oh, damn. Oh, I forgot to change my fucking... That's why. But I don't think it matters. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That burn over time, dude. I was like, don't stop, don't stop. He's got 1 health. Well, if you stuck around this long, I really appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know. That movie was weird. I guess, like, this video was weird. I don't know. I've been sick. So if it's all, like, kind of fucking scatterbrained, that's why. I don't know. Is that much of an excuse? No, because that's pretty on par for this channel anyway. But I don't know. Let me know what you think about that one. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Are you gonna watch it? I don't know. It's not the worst. It's not that long either. Like I said, sometimes it kind of feels like it drags a little bit, but not as bad as a movie I'm probably gonna talk about soon. That's like, I think the runtime on it is similar, if not maybe a little bit longer, but it's artificial as hell. I don't know. It wasn't the worst movie, but it stretched it. But I'll talk about that one another time. But anyway, I'll stop ranting and rambling and let you get on with your day or night. If you would just please consider doing all the things that YouTube likes and that I appreciate very, very much. Thank you so much for hanging out. It really does mean the world to me. You have a good one, and I will catch you on the next one.